Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Jill with Astro Press. And guess what? God. We got to talk about Saturn in Pisces. I don't really know what to say, but I will say that I think this energy is gonna be a little challenging. Why am I saying that? So Saturn moved into Pisces on March 8th, 2023, and will be in the sign of Pisces from 0 degrees to 7 throughout the year 2023. Now, Saturn will go retrograde during the year and will finish 2023 with Saturn at, I think it's 3 degrees of Pisces. Those of you from 0 to 7 degrees of Pisces, well, even more, if you're at 9, 10 degrees, you're going to feel Saturn. You're going to feel the squeeze of Saturn. So let's understand what Saturn in Pisces means, and then let's talk about how it's going to play out. What are the possibilities? Saturn is the taskmaster, modern-day ruler of Capricorn, ruler of the 10th house in the midheaven, which means Saturn is about getting things done. It's a high-achieving energy. It's a CEO. It's a government energy. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to climb the corporate ladder. My reputation is important to me. I have instructions to follow, and this is how it's going to be. And I need to be disciplined. I need to be committed. I need to be loyal. I need to be hardworking. I need to show up. I need to keep going until I get to where I need to go. Saturn is an energy, and Capricorn energy is an energy that will scale Yosemite. Yosemite National Park in California. Saturnian Capricorn energy is the type they will scale Yosemite and sleep on the mountain in a tent, because that to them is a challenge. That feels good to them to get that done, right? And most of us like to get things done, right? That's how life is. We have things we've got to do. We've got to go to work. We've got to pay our bills. We've got to go grocery shopping. We've got to watch out for the family. We've got to hang out with our friends. We've got to keep things in check. We have all these responsibilities as humans on the planet, which is fine, right? But now you need to bring water into it. Pisces, swimming, the ocean tides. So you're trying to bring discipline into this fluidity. You're not going to be able to do it very well. I hate to say it. To me, Saturn in Pisces is kind of like this. I love to swim, right? So let's say I'm doing freestyle and I'm doing really good, okay? I'm really doing good with some freestyle. I'm swimming and I've almost reached the end of the swimming pool. But just before I reach the end, Saturn drags me back down and says, you didn't do that stroke right. You need to redo that. Yeah, you're a swimmer and yeah, you're an athlete, Jill. But the way you did your freestyle, no, you got to change it. Sorry, you got to go back. You got to go back and re-swim your freestyle. And I want you to do it a certain way. That's the energy of Saturn in Pisces. Okay? You need to go back. You need to go back and redo it. You need to go revisit the past, the secrets. Pisces is the modern day ruler of Neptune and the 12th house. Neptune is about spirituality. It's about rose-colored glasses. It's about, hey, I want to go out and get smashed. I want to go out and smoke weed. I want to go out and play music. I want to go sing. I want to dance. I want to model. I want to take photos. I want to go into the recording studio for a week, and I don't want to come out. I want to be spiritual. I want to meditate. I want to go to the spa. I want to go swimming. I want to deal with water. I want to deal with fluidity, healing, spirituality. I want to deal with going within to find the answers. I want to go within and finish up unfinished business. I want to go in and address my addictions. That's the Neptunian energy, okay? And so having Saturn in Saturn in Pisces is going to be kind of challenging, because like I said, it's like you're swimming along and you're almost going to get to your destination, and then someone's pulling on you saying, nope, you didn't do that right. You didn't do that breaststroke right. You didn't do the butterfly right. You didn't do that right. You can bring that energy into your work. You can bring that energy into your home life. You can bring that energy into your relationships. You can bring it into the public. You can bring it into your daily life. That you're trying to get there. You're trying to get the chore done. You're trying to get to your destination. You're trying to get your emails sent. You're trying to make that phone call. You're trying to go grocery shopping. But you got someone pulling on you saying, no, you got to redo this. No, you don't get to do it. You got to do it a couple times before you get it right. And so Saturn in Pisces, to me, is not going to be an easy energy, because you have a disciplinarian basically in water. Is Saturn going to sink or Saturn going to swim? That's the choice of Saturn in Pisces. Do you want to sink or are you going to swim? Right? What are you deciding to do, folks? Look for those key messages. Are you sinking or are you swimming? And, I have Mars in Pisces. I have a South Node in Pisces. And believe me, having Mars in Pisces, I love it. But it's an energy where you don't always feel like doing things, because Mars is action and Pisces is fluidity. So I don't always feel like doing this or doing that. So now I got Saturn on that, which is already, like I said, I already have to deal with overcoming a lot of the Pisces actions. So now I've got Saturn there also, just kind of weighing me down. And there's no joke about this. All my friends and family know the last couple of days I have been exhausted, drained. I haven't really wanted to talk to anybody. I haven't really wanted to do anything. That is so not like me, because I'm a Taurus and I'm very high achieving. I mean, I used to be a competitive figure skater. I get a lot of stuff done. It's just my thing. So having this energy has just been a challenge for me. I find I'm drinking more coffee. It's true. I'm drinking more coffee. I bought espresso beans at Trader Joe's because my energy, I was like, God, I've got to get something done. This is crazy. I can't be laying down like that. So if you've been feeling that way too, you're not alone. So many of my friends have been dealing with these Saturn and Pisces moments. And again, I just feel it's like a sink or swim thing, and challenges around that. Challenges around getting things done. Challenges around getting, finishing unfinished business. And so really what Saturn is saying is go into the 12th house, turn the lights off, and get what you need to get done. Get the messages you need to get done. But, Pisces is kind of like the rose-colored glasses. I don't want to deal with reality. And Saturn wants to deal with reality. So Saturn is kind of pressuring all of us to deal with unfinished business, to deal with anything of a Pisces, Neptunian 12th house energy. Those of you with the 12th house Pisces stellium, you're going to feel the squeeze, okay? Anybody with the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North Node, South Node in Pisces, 0 to 7, or anybody with the rising sign, IC, descendant, midheaven, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way to the 12th. You guys, wherever your Pisces houses are, this is where it's going to squeeze you. This is where you're going to have to decide, am I going to sink or am I going to swim? Okay? So if you have Pisces on your rising sign, or you're a sun sign, or it's in your first house, are you going to sink or swim with yourself? With your confidence, with your appearance? How's that going to go for you? Are you going to find that you're working extra hard to work on your personality and your appearance and your physicality and your athleticism and your confidence? What about if this energy goes into the second house? Are you going to sink or swim with your finances? Are you going to sink or swim with material wealth, with sensuality? How are you going to go through the money story? You know, how is that working for you? Is this energy trying to tell you something? What about third house? What's going on with communications? Sink or swim? Writing, teaching, talking, listening, short trips, siblings. What's going on with your communications? What's the communications message around sinking or swimming with it? If it's on the IC or the fourth, this is in the home life. Saturn in the home. Saturn is like, you better get this done. Chores, you got discipline to do. If you're a kid with this energy, you don't want to deal with that crap. You want to go party. You want to go play. You don't want to have to work all day, come home, and now you got more chores to do. You know, you could move with this energy there. You could change homes with this energy there. What about Saturn transiting the fifth in Pisces? Well, now you've got sink or swim energy around love affairs, romance, fun. How's that going to work for you? Saturn in the fifth. Are you working harder to have romance? Has there been do you find you have too much work so you can't have romance? What about Saturn in the sixth? What's going on with your work? Are you overworking with Saturn in the sixth? Are you feeling like a workaholic? Are you having challenges getting stuff done? Is it a sink or swim energy around health, work, everyday life, and pets? What about Saturn on the descendant? Same thing. What's going on around relationships? What's going on with your connections, with contracts, with the public? You know, what's going on there? What about eighth house? Well, now we're talking about, you know, a sink or swim energy around, you know, power, transformation, endings, beginnings, Pluto type energies, sexuality, secrets, triangles, sex, power, transformation. You got that Saturnian energy there. Now Saturn, what about Saturn transit in the ninth? Now you've got the sink or swim energy around international travel, around, you know, becoming bilingual, around inspiration, around horses, around higher learning, around getting your PhD. Maybe you're just like going, God, what do I do? Do I want to get, okay, I have a bachelor's degree. Now I want to get a master's. But what should I get the master's in? Business, or should I get the master's in international law? What do I do here? Now Saturn in the 10th or midheaven, this is where Saturn likes to be. Saturn loves to be here. So if you have Saturn on your MC or your 10th, I think you guys are going to probably have the easiest time with this, because this is where Saturn likes to be. So you've got extra help going for you. Saturn in the 11th is all about sink or swim around humanitarian causes, scientific brilliance, innovative thinking. You may find you're brainstorming and you get kind of stuck somewhere and you're not sure, well, what idea should I really go with? I thought this was a good idea. No, maybe not. Now Saturn is in the 12th, which is Pisces' favorite place. And so now you've got the squeeze again, really, of the Saturn and Pisces energy. When Saturn is in the 12th, this is going to be super challenging, I think, for anybody that has a Pisces 12th house. This is going to be, I think, super challenging, because to me, you have more Pisces energy going on here, which means there's more sink or swim. And it's like, oh my gosh, I better dive deep. You know, how deep are you going to dive, I guess, to handle what you need to handle with Saturn in Pisces? Those of you who are having a Saturn return, this could be challenging for you. This is when natal Saturn and transiting Saturn get together. And usually there's some big life lessons when you have a Saturn return. Now, Saturn hasn't been in Pisces for about 30 years, okay? Saturn, again, if you ask yourself, how is this working for you? I can tell you, for me, I have Mars in Pisces in the South Node, and it slowed me down. I know a lot of friends that feel really lethargic. I can give you a real life example of how it showed up for me. So I am house sitting for a friend who's away. I've done it before. I watch the dog, I watch the cat, I watch the Airbnb guests, all that good stuff, right? So I'm doing that. I've been doing, they were going away. I said, sure, I'll take care of it. I've done it before. Well, guess what? About a week before they were going to leave, she goes, oh, such and such is also coming, and she's going to be able to do some dog sitting stuff and this. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. I've already got this. I'm going to do it. I was already set. I can handle it. No big deal. But now another person's coming in, and oh, they were supposed to come in yesterday, but they didn't. This is no joke. I'm not lying. Last week they were supposed to show up. They never showed up. Yesterday was supposed to, didn't show up. That's the Saturn in Pisces. So here I'm like going, okay, I know I got to get all this stuff done. I'm taking notes, and keeping a log of what I'm doing with the dogs and the cats and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm thinking, oh, this other person's going to come in. What are they going to do? And, it's like the flow gets kind of challenged. It's kind of like the flow gets kind of challenged, and you can kind of sink into that energy. And I was like, oh my God, okay, should I do that with the dog, or is she going to do that with the dog? Is she taking the dog to the dog park, or should I? It's that Saturn in Pisces is that kind of energy. There's kind of like a shit show going on. Now, my cousin had some other stuff going on at her house with her business, where she had to go deal with some paperwork and she couldn't even find it. And it was all over the place and nobody knew where it was. And it's an energy to me where it's going to be challenging to get things done, because you're going to be maybe motivated to, hey, let me go do this. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm so tired. I don't want to deal with this. I just want to be quiet. I just want to go to the spa. I just want to meditate. I don't want to deal with the harsh realities. So don't feel bad if you just feel like you're all over the place, because remember, Saturn is in water. You can't control water. Saturn might do the breaststroke. Saturn might do, freestyle. Saturn may do the backstroke. We don't know. You don't know when Saturn is in water. What the heck, right? So you're all going to feel and express this energy differently. I feel it's going to be a challenging energy for a lot of us. And like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or another one, I'm drinking more coffee. I'm eating espresso beans just to get my energy going. It's just been crazy. And most of the people I know are having the same effect. Some of them are not going to work. They're not in the mood. They just don't feel good. It's just a really kind of challenging energy. I'm sorry to say that, everyone. But I know there will be a gift in all this. And so my best advice to all of you is know where this is going to hit you. Is it hitting your sun sign, your moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus? It's squeezing on those energies right now. And so you're going to have to go within and decide, how are you going to push forward? How are you going to swim in this, And so that's my best way, I think, of expressing this energy for now. But let's come back around and revisit it, and we'll talk more. Saturn is in Pisces again, went into Pisces March 8th of 2023. Saturn will stay in Pisces all of 2023 and will go retrograde, and ends up at the end of the year, we will be at 3 degrees of Pisces. So Saturn goes from 0 to 7, but it will retrograde, and it ends the year at 3. So those of you with those Pisces energies, please, please be mindful. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.